Hi besties. Sorry if I lack energy at the beginning of this video at least. I am feeling so sick. My body's in pain. Nate's on night shift, so I'm by myself. But anyway, I'm starting with the Under the Mistletoe series. It's by a mixture of authors. The first one is Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood. I'm like 50% of the way through. And I do want to give a heads up for this video. I have no idea how to rate novellas. I stand by novellas. I love a novella. If you're behind on your reading goal, if you just want a filler book. Also, the series with different authors, it gives you a little taste of the author's writing style before you commit to a whole 300+ page book. Amazing. That's what I did with Abby Jimenez. Love her writing style. I got the chance to read one of her books in the Improbable Meet Cute series I read at the beginning of the year. It just helps you figure out whether you like them or not. When it comes to rating novellas, I always feel bad rating a novella like this 50-page little story a 5-star, as well as a book like Assassin's Blade. That's like 500+ pages, pre-planned for years and years, and an entire series that all make up in the end, that type of thing. But at the end of the day, if I enjoy what I'm reading, if there's not flaws in what I'm reading, if I recommend what I'm reading, it's gonna be 5 stars. So keep that in mind. My 5 stars for a book like this is gonna be a different type of 5 stars for a book like Song of Achilles, even Happy Place. Just because it doesn't have deep meaning doesn't mean it's not a great book. I'm just giving you that heads up because throughout this video, you'll probably see me rate some of these novellas 5 stars. And I don't want you to think like, wow, this book is going to be incredible, it's going to change my life, because I already know these books are not meant to do that. So I'm 50 pages in, I'm 50% of the way through Cruel Winter with You. So far, super cute. I will say I haven't read Ali Hazelwood in 2.5 years, and this is reminding me that her writing style is so good. There's a lot of authors who kind of add too much detail where the things in my mind are getting jumbled, and obviously there's authors that don't add enough detail where I'm not able to truly picture the characters or the locations or the vibes that I'm reading. Ali Hazelwood does a really good job at describing everything with the perfect amount of detail. Each of her characters have unique personalities, perfectly described attributes where I can picture it right off the bat, you know, that type of thing. So I'm enjoying the writing style. This one is also kind of like a childhood friends to lovers, also like a he falls first, also a little bit of a, well, a lot of it of a best friend's brother, which I don't think I've ever read, and I think I need to add more of that trope to my TBR because this one's short, but I could use 300+ pages. That one's quite fun. But yeah, not much has happened. Like it's only been, I think I'm 37 pages, which is 50%. So not much is going to happen still, but I am excited to see what's going on because, I mean, a lot was just kind of revealed and it kind of starts past tense going to future tense. I'm just excited to see what happens. You're kind of on the edge of your seat in this one because Ali Hazelwood sets it up so you kind of have to wait for the end of the book to figure out like, oh my gosh, what happened? What's going on? So I am fairly intrigued. I think if this particular story was like 300 pages, I'd be like, okay, get on with it. But since it's a novella, I'm like, oh, I will gladly read another 30 pages to find the end of this story. And also, I feel like if it was a different plot line, but with the same characters, I would love a full-size book because these characters are likable and the family is fun and it's just good vibes. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this and drink some water. Hi besties, I finished the first novella. I wanted to update you. Like honestly, the first novella was super cute, good, moved quick. It was 100 pages, but honestly, it didn't feel that long. It did take me a while to read, but that's just me being a slow reader. I think I would rate it like 3 stars though. I didn't feel connected to the characters, and I know it's just a novella, but some novellas I do eat up the characters and whatnot. Cute story though, but so far we're sitting at 3 stars. I'm gonna see if I can get the other novellas on audiobook and I'm gonna color while I listen to those. I think the next one is Tessa Bailey's, whatever it's called. So yeah. Hi besties. I'm currently filming a color with me for Bookstagram. This series is diabolical. The first one kind of set me up. Allie Hazelwood, I forgot how good her writing was. It was like actually kind of cute, whatever. It wasn't crazy smutty. I also read it and I didn't listen to it, whereas the next 3 books I listened to. I love you guys so much, but I do not understand the ones who listen to smut. It makes me feel so deathly uncomfortable. And the whole time I'm just thinking, like, this is someone reading this to me. And they're just reading a script and moaning. I'm really deciding whether I want to DNF the rest of the series. I'm like pretty much done the second last book. So it feels kind of pointless to DNF it. Like I could just finish this book and then I have like, it's technically like 30 pages because each book is 50 pages. But I really don't know what I want to do. I do have some more Christmas books on my Kindle and stuff. But even then, I think they're super smutty. So like, I just don't think I'm a smutty gal. Hi besties, it's the next day and I need to update you because things are getting crazy. But first, my sister-in-law got me this Winter Wonderland Alani. So let's give it a try. What even is that? Kind of tastes gingerbready. Basically, I need to update you because Cruel Winter with You, I read. I kind of talked about it. I think I rated it 3 or 4 stars. It has like all of the good tropes, like second chance, best friend's brother, childhood friends to lovers. That set me up a little bit for failure because the next 3 books, you saw me read them. I didn't talk about them. Let's talk about them. Merry Ever After by Tessa Bailey. Basically, this big farmer goes to a thrift store to buy a pair of jeans in his small town. None fit him, so the thrift store worker makes him a pair and he starts talking about how much he wants to see her naked. She's a single mom and he really wants to be the father of her kid and all these things. And I listened to this instead of read it, whereas I read the first one. I thought I liked smut until I heard a narrator reading it to me in my ear. And now it's actually the last thing that I want to hear or read ever again. And unfortunately, I listened to the next 3 books. So I didn't give myself a break. That one, I think I rated like 1 or 2 stars. I think I didn't like it very much. And then I read All by Myself. Somehow got worse. Actually, as I was reading it, there was so much crazy stuff going on that I was more entertained and intrigued than Tessa Bailey's. But the plot itself, basically these 2 students getting their doctorate, I think they're volunteering or working for some food joint, and that food joint has to go on a road trip, and they bought this like vehicle for their business, and it happened to be an old hot dog cart, so there's a huge hot dog on top. I don't even know. So basically they're driving around with a hot dog on top of their vehicle. Of course, there's a lot of traffic, big snowstorm. For some reason, they think it's gonna last literally all night. So they decide to sleep in the back. And this is kind of what gets me. So the female main character thinks that the guy is hooking up with or talking to her work best friend. So the whole time she's like, okay, it's so tempting, but I can't do it because it's gonna betray her. So the whole book, they're just cuddling in the back seat of a hot dog mobile in a snowstorm on a work trip. I would consider cuddling with your best friend's crush or item betrayal. So the fact that she's like literally cuddling him already and then just keeps saying, I can't go any further than this, I can't betray her. You already did. But then they start playing Never Have I Ever, and pretty much the whole novella is just like them cuddling in the back seat playing Never Have I Ever. And like, that was quite entertaining. Learning the backstory, there were some jokes being made, there were some realizations being had. That was fun. That one wasn't as bad spice-wise, which I think is why I rated it 2 stars originally, whereas the next one, Merriment and Mayhem, I honestly only half listened to this, and it's basically about a girl who keeps having to call 911, and this fireman shows up like several times, I'm pretty sure, and the entire time he's just like, I want to see you naked. Like all these absurd things to be listening to in my ear. So I'm nervous that the last book is going to be similar. I have a 50-50 chance because Cruel Winter with You is like actually good. All by Myself was just kind of like funny. But yeah, okay, let's get reading. Guys, I'm gonna be so honest. I had full intentions of DNFing the series, reading Love Light Farms. Let me catch you up while I do my skincare. The reasoning behind that was because the series was making me uncomfortable. And I just wanted like something with a little bit more substance for this video, okay? So I sat down with Love Light Farms on my lap, and tell me why I rotted on my phone for 3 hours. So I decided to read the last book in the series, and tell me why I'm actually kind of liking it. I'm like 30% of the way through, and genuinely I don't know if this book is just better than the ones that I previously read, or if maybe I should have read instead of listened to the last 3. I actually am really liking this one. It's kind of giving me the vibes of 7 Year Slip. Like, I'm picturing her and the apartment to be very similar to the main girl in 7 Year Slip. It's kind of fun that way, and the things that she's saying aren't as descriptive and vivid in a creepy way, if you know what I mean. I don't know, I'm not feeling like anyone's being objectified. I'm feeling like people are genuinely having feelings and emotions. I think it also helps that in this book in particular, they have a history and you get to learn about that a little bit. They definitely have like a little bit of chemistry. That's an exciting little update. I was feeling absolutely disgusting laying in my bed, so Hi besties. I just finished Only Santa's in the Building, and to be honest, that was like as close to a 5-star novella as it could get compared to, I think it was the Abby Jimenez one from Under the Mistletoe last year that I liked the best. That one honestly like was really good. There was like one part where I gave it a 4 stars on Goodreads just because of the one part where I felt like they jumped really quick into a relationship, and I was like, makes sense because they're like at a party, drinking, whatever. But yeah, that one was really cute. That honestly made up for it. I'm glad that I finished the series. The 3 books in the middle were actually not my cup of tea whatsoever, but if you do like more smutty stuff, like honestly this whole series is for you. This one was the most Christmassy, I would say, even during the smutty scenes. Like, they're talking about Christmas and they're making Christmassy jokes, and big acts of service guy, I think his name was Theo, super charming, he's super cute, and honestly he had a really good personality and like a very wide variety of characteristics for someone that I only knew for what, 80 pages. I think overall the series is probably like a 2 to 3 star series as a whole, but I think that's unfair because Cruel Winter with You and Only Santa's in the Building were like a solid 4 to 5 star novella. So I wouldn't even consider this like, I wouldn't even rate it as a whole series. I would like actually keep those 2 novellas completely separate. But yeah, so I'm in Florida now, so I need to subtly transition to a vacation video. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for my next video because some fun stuff is coming, and Florida is gorgeous so far. But